Yeah.
Hey, Philly, how do you think the Cowboys are playing?
I think they're the most overrated team in football right now. I mean,
They're
they
rated
should have.
22nd in the NFL. What are you talking about?
They should have gotten crushed. I mean, the Giants stink.
You think they
The
should be
Giants
0-2?
stink.
Without further ado, the man today, who, by the way, I think needs another hand. And I don't want to give him another hand because I think he got another hand today. And then we also have our friend Philly.500, the legendary Mark Holmes, and also the legendary Philly.500. How you doing, fellas?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All
Well,
good, man.
I figured this would be a good day for a twofer because I just had a colonoscopy 4 hours ago. So I figured I'd come in here and get another one.
Wait a minute here. I thought you were going to get one after that Giants game.
That was more of a heart attack, man. That was crazy.
Give
That
me your
was
emotions
insane.
going through that game. You're watching. And by the way, I'm watching that thing. Hey, Philly. And I go, this guy's not making a 60. There's no fucking way he's making a 64-yard field goal. The Cowboys don't have that kind of luck. Tell me you're up and down going in there with all your emotions.
Me or Philly?
You.
Oh, I was in there with my feelings like that. But here's the thing about Brandon Aubrey, the ex-soccer player. He has 2 kicks of over 64. In the history of the NFL, there's only 4. He's got 2 of them. So if you can get to midfield with that guy, you got a chance. And yes, that game was crazy, but our secondary is really beat up. And you got Diggs who just got back. I mean, we all said all along that the Cowboys are going to score like 35 plus points a game. Still holding to that.
All right. I got to go over to Philly. Woo, baby. Kevin Patullo, baby. Holy cow almighty. I told you, let me tell you this to you, Mark. Why do you give the keys of a Ferrari to a guy who only knows how to drive a cement mixer? I don't get it. I mean, and you know what? When you look at the offense right now and the way Kevin Patullo, let me put this in. So last week, 14 targets and 80 yards between Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Okay, I mean, Philly, come on, man. Where are we going here with this off? You're 31st in passing. You're 29th in total offense.
So who got the prostate massage, me or Mark?
I was thinking that you're getting the colonoscopy now.
Let's hear it, man. I want to hear you, bro.
What do you want to know?
Tell me what you're making of 8 quarters of football. Still too early?
No, I'm very disappointed with the offense right now. I think it's been rough. I don't like what I've seen in the first 2 games. I really didn't like what I saw more this Chiefs game than the Cowboys game. But I mean, it is early and it can be fixed, but I think it just seems like they just are too predictable. Like when I watch that game back, it's a very predictable offense. You know what they're going to do, and they don't really want to open it up. They don't want to stretch the field. They don't want to take chances. And I just wonder right now if this coordinator is too conservative for the team that you got on offense over there.
Mark, how are you feeling about 1-1 so far out of the gate? Is this kind of what you predicted, that the Cowboys would come out of the gate 1-1?
Yeah, I mean, come on. We were playing you guys to start the season. Nobody really thought that we'd had a chance at that, although we did have a chance at that. I didn't think it would be such a struggle against the Giants, but typically that's the kind of game that the Cowboys would end up losing as opposed to winning. So maybe that's a good thing and impetus to help them. What does make me feel good about that is when you look at the Giants' front 7, they're one of the better ones in football. And the fact that the Cowboys are able to put 40 points up on it. And it wasn't like they were being nice to Dak. They were going after his ass and seeing Dak Prescott running. The offense is doing really, really well. And I've got an interesting stat for you. And nobody would have thought this would have been happened by this time this year. Javonte Williams, the guy who y'all laughed about right now, is averaging 4.6 yards a carry and has 3 yards more than Saquon at this point. And Saquon is only averaging, I believe, 3.5 yards a carry.
3-7.
3.7. I'm sorry, 3.7. So yeah, take that.
No,
Give Mark his Super Bowl in-season trophy again.
No.
His September trophy. Yeah, polish that Super Bowl September ring. You're 1-1 and you're proud. I'm 2-0 and I'm upset. It's the difference between winners and losers. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, here, I will ask you this, though. But to Mark's point, you bring a great point up here because, Philly, that looks like Saquon Giants. But I don't think it's Saquon. I'll tell you what I think the problem is. Dickerson's injury is bigger than what people think. He's dragging that wheel around with him. Steen's not Becton, and you're not getting the push. Dude, if you watch the 22, Chris Jones kicked the shit out of Landon Dickerson in that ball game. It's not because Landon Dickerson can't hold up. He had a great game against him in the Super Bowl. I think that injury internally is affecting the passing game. And Jalen's got to make up for the lost yardage that Barkley's not producing. That's why you're seeing more of that. I think that's more of a concern is the internal offensive line. It's not playing well.
Well, I mean, we talked about this last week. Why not give Dickerson the week off to rest that back when you're playing an AFC opponent? So, that could be an issue. But I also think that, at some point in the NFL, when you're one-dimensional, like, a defense will stop it. I don't care who you are. You can't be one-dimensional. And really, if you look at what teams are giving the Eagles, they don't take it. There's no play-action fake. They don't play action. They don't throw. Like, sometimes, yeah, the running game opens up the passing game, but sometimes you need that passing game to open up the running game a little bit. And I just think they're so clogged up and so predictable that I think defenses are, they kind of know what's coming. I mean, how many times did they run to the same spot, the same two places they go? They never bounce it outside. They don't play action. They never roll Hurts out. I mean, I just think that you're dealing with a very vanilla, very predictable offense that until you go against the grain and do some things that, you don't usually do, I think defenses are just selling out on that run. They're going to have to throw it a little bit, I think.
Mark, how well do you think Dak's getting out of the gate here so far? How well do you think he's playing?
I think he's playing outstanding. The fact that list that you read had him at 10th. Sorry, he's playing at a hell of a lot better level than that.
Get the hell out of here.
The
guy should have 8 interceptions. I've never seen teams drop so many.
I know you're not talking about a quarterback.
Are you
yours
kidding
is just
me?
a running back.
Did you see how many interceptions the Giants dropped last week? It was at least 3 or 4. And then the Eagles dropped, 4 or 5?
25 seconds.
That's
25
ridiculous.
seconds. They get him in range to kick a field goal to go in overtime.
Why don't you talk about the best player on the Cowboys? The referees.
Hold on, bro. You and that push can shove that shit up your ass.
Are you kidding me?
Because I know you're not talking about officials. It's bad enough that they line up on sides, but now they're jumping on sides and not calling.
The Eagles. What'd you have against the Giants? Eagles had 9 penalties against the Cowboys.
And it should have been 15, bro.
14 penalties.
It should have been 15
of some of the worst calls I've ever seen. The Giants should have kicked the shit out of them, but the refs kept them in. The only time they call penalty on Dallas Hills is if it's offsetting. If Dallas gets a penalty, it's offsetting or it's on special teams. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Dallas best team referees, and this guy complains about the refs against the Eagles.
Philly, I do recall you saying on your broadcast when you did the tush push, I think they got away with one on that one where they literally jumped up offsides.
Oh, and I admit it. So admit your team gets all the breaks with the refs.
We have some of the most infamous bad calls against us.
Nobody pushes the Cowboys like the referees.
That's the truth. Crap.
Mark,
14 penalties, 160 yards. Are you kidding me? Some of the worst calls I've ever seen.
I want to throw this at you here. Then, obviously, I want Philly to comment on both of our numbers here. the only quarterback in pro football right now not to throw a touchdown pass is Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
And
shit.
right now he's on pace for 2,100 yards passing. I mean, again, and I happen to agree with Philly on this one. I mean, the guy's playing like he's in a straitjacket. I mean, you give a training wheels offensive coordinator the keys to a guy who just won his Super Bowl MVP. This thing is just not making sense here to me. But I mean, Jalen Hurts right now playing football right now. I mean, Philly, let me go slide it over to you right now. How do you think he's playing?
I think I feel like he's playing with like two hands tied behind his back.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
agree.
how I feel.
Hey, but real quick, before I want this to be said, you're not 2-0 if he's not playing in that huddle. If he's not there, you're not 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
With those legs.
I agree with everything Hurts does. He gets the job done, unlike Dak. But yes, I think he's playing with two hands tied behind his back. They've got to help him out. They've got to open up this offense. Okay, here's an example. Like, I was rewatching the game, and you know how many times they had 12-man personnel out there? They had two tight ends without Goddard. Now, why don't you run four wide receivers? Where's Mechie? Where's Dotson? Those guys are better than the two tight ends you have. So it's like you don't even put the right guys in there. I almost wonder if they're almost like a little arrogant. Like, it's like, hey, we're the Eagles and we got all this talent, and we don't care if you know what we're going to do. We're going to just do it anyways.
You just made the point there, because I get this, Mark. So Calcaterra misses a block, right? He's an instrumental part in missing a block on a play that was going to be a successful play. You still call that fucking play knowing that guy can't block? That's ego and arrogant, knowing that. Call it different play to make you successful. It doesn't make sense to me. All right, Mark, I got to give you another one up the rear here.
Oh, geez. Haven't I had enough of that today?
I know, man. I feel for you too, and I hate to do this to you, man. So I'll add a little bit to it here. So here's the difference between the two franchises. They signed Zadarius Smith. You signed Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, do you think Clowney brings anything to the team?
Well, last year on Carolina, 5.5 sacks, 40 tackles.
Not bad, not horrible.
Okay, and here's the way you have to look at it. Carolina being a bad team, he was the only real defender that was on that defense. So you figure he's going to get the lion's share of the attention and things. Okay, I'm not going to go ahead and say that he is Micah Parsons or anything like that, but if he can give you some good snaps in there in the mix, I think you're going to be at least better. The thing that will help the Cowboys is Diggs is still recovering. Diggs, originally, they were hoping that he would be in by the end of September. He's already playing and ended up playing after the first week, 26 snaps, 60. So he's not quite there and in shape because he didn't have a training camp. You will get Savon Revel, a rookie, that he is a good cornerback, and you will be getting Overshown, who is chomping at the bit sometime probably in October. So you will get some more people out there, and I think that they will actually do a little bit better in the future. They can't get worse.
Philly, who has more sacks this year, Zadarius Smith or Jadeveon Clowney?
Zadarius Smith.
Are you happy with him so far? I thought he played really well.
Yeah, I thought he played really, really good. I was very happy with him. I knew he would be good if he had anything left. I just wondered because of his age, Yeah. But it looks like he still could play. I mean, he made an immediate impact in the first drive of the game.
He was their best edge player.
So I thought he was really, really good, and I think he'll help stabilize that line a lot. So, I'm to be honest with you, I mean, we talk about the offense. I'm actually I'm pleasantly surprised with the defense so far.
Wait a minute, hold on. I thought you guys had the greatest defense in the world. Now you're talking about an aging edge rusher coming in to stabilize the line? I mean, I could say something like that about the Cowboys because we were ass, and
I don't see how you can say anything of you're the Cowboys. You lost to us. You just lost to us. I don't know how you could think you say anything. You haven't won Super Bowl 30 years. You
Right.
beat the
You're the
Giants.
Super Bowl
You didn't
champions, and
beat
you're
the
talking
Eagles,
about a
but
guy
you
you
didn't beat.
just signed
You didn't beat
stabilizing
him.
your line.
Yeah, you remember the guy that you said had 4.5 sacks and that you shouldn't get excited about him. Now you're sitting there doing the same exact thing with Jadeveon Clowney, who's not nearly the guy he is. I think it's. I think it's very
Again,
funny.
the
we
Cowboys
weren't the
signing
Super Bowl
for?
champions and
I am the
literally
Super. We
living on my
were the Super
channel
Bowl
all
champions.
offseason telling me
We were the
how
Super Bowl
great you are.
champions.
I
Right? We're
said
the Super
we're in the
Bowl
rebuilding
champions.
process.
We don't have to make an excuse.
Oh,
We're
we don't have to
here.
make an
We're 2-0.
excuse.
We're 2-0. What's our
Okay.
record again?
Mark,
Okay.
do you think
who won week 1?
Do you think your team's getting better?
I can say
Is
our
it
offense
better
was
than a
nice.
year ago?
Well, here's what I can tell you. Everybody will point out that right now our defense is 28th, 27th in points and 30th in yardage. That's about where we were last year with Micah Parsons. So it's actually not any worse. But I can say that the offense starting out this year with Dak Prescott and having Pickens, having Javonte Williams is night and day different from last year's. Last year, we didn't make any hay last year. We didn't get any separation. When you look at somebody like Kayvon Turpin, who's getting 6.1 yards of separation, we were worst in the league in separations. So I feel that we are a better team than we were last year.
Well, guys, check it out. Dallas Cowboys right now are 3rd in total offense.
Wow.
Now, it's early. It's trending. I get it. We got to wait.
Against 2 good defenses.
And we have to wait. Yeah, that's – and
Now the
really
Giants have a
is.
good defense.
Well, they have a good front seven. I wouldn't
They have
know.
a good front seven.
I don't really think Philly, their back end is all that great. So they've got
No.
6 touchdowns, but get this, they're 3rd in total offense. And the Cowboys right now are 7th in passing offense. And to Mark's point about rushing, I'm shocked. They're 11th in running offense. So
We were dead last year. The first
and
half.
right
And
now
what's
you're
the,
5th
what's
in
the
scoring.
record? What's the record in the division? 1-1. Who beat them?
Oh man, yeah. Okay, well we'll see where it is by the end of
Who
the
beat
year,
'em?
everybody. Okay, yeah.
Do you
Who beat 'em?
feel like
you mean the struggling, horrible Eagles that
Congratulations.
can't do anything right?
Mark,
Yes, you're
Mark,
right.
do you like your chances the next time in Arlington?
Yes, actually, I do. Yes, I do. Because here's what I'm going to say is getting Overshown back will be huge. Putting that guy in the middle. Getting some time with Clowney finally on the field. Getting Diggs finally up to speed with some more time underneath him. And hopefully with having the Bears, of course, we got the Packers next with the week after, but having Carolina and the Jets, you got a chance to actually get some momentum and actually start to feel a little bit better as the season goes on. The Eagles, you still have a tough road to hoe going forward here.
Rams and Bucs.
Dallas is amazing. They're amazing. Amazing
How
team.
much?
What an amazing quarterback coach. The offense, unbelievable. How did they find a running back like that? I've never seen a running back like that. Oh my God, amazing.
Hey, Philly, how much do you feel the loss of Dallas Goedert?
Well, I mean, because who else is Jalen Hurts going to throw to? I mean, he's not throwing down the field. You know what I mean? So Goddard, you see why he went to he got so many catches week 1, right? Because he was his outlet. Yeah, I mean, I think you miss him. I just think they got the talent on offense. They just got to make the adjustments. I think they've got to open up. I think they got to open up this offense, man. I do.
Holy cow! Williams has more rushing yards than Barkley.
I told you.
Wow, amazing.
And 0.9 yards per carry more.
It's
Make that make sense.
I'm sure that'll be like that all year long.
I don't know. What did I tell you about 2,000-yard rushers the next year?
Mm-hmm. Just yeah.
Well, it's a trend. It is a trend on that.
Oh,
yeah. Philly's not bad. Hey, Mark, you seem like you've had something pulled out of you today. I mean, like there's a little energy issue. I mean, I know you had a rough one today here, man. I mean,
man, I'm still groggy from the anesthesia.
Surely your Cowboys are making you feel better.
The thing about the Cowboys.
Do you feel better about them? Are you more encouraged about them? Because you hear Philly's right. Everybody in Philadelphia right now is like, I don't know. Okay, but how are you? How Cowboy fans feeling with this?
I feel like I said, I'm not sure which way to feel about it because I'm happy that sometimes you have bad games. Sometimes you have bad games, but good teams find a way to win. I'm not saying that we're a good team, but had we lost that game, it would look a hell of a lot worse than had we didn't. That sometimes you have a game like that actually sets you up to say, we're never out of it. We're never out of it, and we can win.
Are you never out of it because you're quarterback?
Between my quarterback and our wide receiver, he can't kick a 64-yard field goal if my quarterback didn't lead him down the field in 25 seconds.
But how many penalties were on that call?
Oh Lord, here we go.
Hey Philly, how do you think the Cowboys are playing?
I think they're the most overrated team in football right now. I mean, they should
22nd in the NFL. What are you talking about?
They should have gotten crushed. I mean, the Giants stink.
You think they should be 0-2?
Stink. Yeah, they should be 0-2. Guy scored with 25 seconds left, and then the stupid Giants play 15 yards off the receivers. They only have to go 15 yards with that guy.
Philly, you should be 0-2 too if Kelsey catches the pass and. I mean, he catches those.
That's a lot of things to happen to have two games work out that way. I'm just talking about one game.
Okay.
The Giants, 14 penalties, Sills. Who gets 14 penalties for 160
Bro,
yards?
did you see the
and they were bad calls.
Are you saying they weren't legitimate calls?
I'm saying they were.
Are you saying that they weren't literally head slapping our defender? Dude literally pulled this for another zip code.
Half those penalties should have been called.
You know
what? I gotta ask you.
Hold it. Wait. They had 4 penalties on one guy in the first drive. They still got a touchdown. So it didn't affect them.
Giants,
it didn't affect them.
They got robbed.
Well, let me ask you.
Giants got robbed. I hate the Giants, but they got robbed. Do you
think this 2025 Philadelphia Eagle team, Mark Holmes, is overrated?
I don't think they are the same team as they were last year. And I think Landon Dickerson's injury is worse than what people lead on. He is not the same guy that he was last year.
Chris Jones killed him.
And I think that's part of the problem of your running game right now. Now, I don't know what's going on with A.J. Brown, but he looks like, he's going the company line, but you got to look and say he's getting a little flustered out here with not getting the damn ball. And your offense, I hate to say this is as bad as watching J.J. McCarthy's offense, man, with the Minnesota Vikings. It's unwatchable watching the freaking Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
There's no excitement whatsoever.
2-0.
Hey.
Yeah, you're 2-0. I didn't say you were a bad team. I said you're unwatchable.
Do you, Mark? I'll ask you a couple more last questions here. Mark, do you think the Philadelphia Eagles need the tush push to be successful in the NFL?
Oh, take that shit away, and they're done. Take that away, and they're done. Look, you want to talk about penalties and getting away with shit. Every single time their guards are in the freaking neutral zone.
Oh my God! This guy must have took too much anesthesia today. He's delirious.
What about you, Philly? Do you think that the Eagles need the tush push to be successful?
No. What are they going to do? You just run a quarterback sneak. It's the same thing. They're not going to stop them on a quarterback sneak either. The tush push is like.
Oh,
come on,
the
league has villainized the tush push this week. You see what they figured out? Hey, we can't. It doesn't work how we tried to make it work. So now we'll just say we can't officiate it. So
they teamed up. They teamed up on you.
The league is ganging up and trying to turn the sentiment against us so that they'll ban it. And they'll ban it, and it's going to happen.
Okay, look,
it's going to happen. They're going to ban it.
They don't need to ban it.
And then Hurts,
but you need to go ahead and officiate it the way it's supposed to be done.
Okay.
And also,
you have to officiate.
Wait.
No. Then you have to officiate when the defenses are always lining up in the neutral zone. For a year, nobody calls it when they line up over the ball.
And here's the other thing: if you can push an offensive player, then the defense should be able to push a defensive player in when they're trying to block a field goal. Fair is fair.
You're going to push
like
a leverage play?
like a leverage play. You used to could
Go
do that,
ahead.
but the
I don't care.
NFL ended up saying no, you cannot push a defensive player
Hey, listen,
for leverage.
do it. I say do it. Nobody's stopping the Cowboys or any other team from doing the tush
I
push.
hadn't thought that,
It's
Mark. I don't know.
nobody's stopping any of these other teams from doing it. Everybody else go do it. Go do it. You
So,
can't.
Mark, you're saying
You
Mark,
can't
you're
do
saying
it.
have the linebackers behind the defensive tackles
Yeah.
pushing them.
Yes.
Pushing
I
them
haven't
where?
seen anybody do that.
Because
Go
they
ahead,
banned
do
it. There were actually doing that on field goal blocking
Do
and
it.
stuff because they're
I
helping
think
to
they
push
should
the
do
guy into
So
the
they're
gap.
thinking
They
it's
made it illegal.
type of leverage kind of deal.
I say
Right.
push everybody. Push everybody.
Philly, you
you
think
know?
you're banned? This thing's being banned, though. This is the last year.
It's gone. It's gone. But the thing is like the idea and the narrative out there is like only the Eagles are getting away with something. They're cheating somehow. It's like every other team can line up and do the same play anytime they want. They just can't do it. They're not good at it. It's not our fault.
Why do you think,
we're
Mark,
being punished for
why
it?
do you
Okay,
think,
again.
Mark, why do you think that the Eagles can't win without that play? It by the way, it is in their arsenal.
If they call, just deal with me for a second here. If they called offsides on that play, because clearly, regardless of them lining up offsides, they fired out before the ball moved.
That was one game.
Oh my God.
I did see the Chiefs line up, but I did see the Eagles do it too. I did. They're not
Okay.
officiating it.
I'm
Philly's
just saying
right on that. They're
that
just not
changes the complexion of the game. It does. If you do not get that first down, it changes the whole game.
What makes you think they can't get a first down without it? They
It's a hell of a lot easier to make it when it's
Jalen Hurts.
But wait, why don't they then, Philly? If they don't need it, why do they use it if they don't need it?
Because it's legal, it's there. Why not? I think a lot of it's to troll too. I'll be honest with you. I think it's to piss everybody off. I do.
So to be clear, Philly, everything in Philadelphia land is hunky dory.
Jalen Hurts is 90-something. Jalen Hurts is 90-something% on quarterback sneaks. All right. Saquon Barkley, what? He's 200-something pounds. AJ Dillon's another 230. Why people act like they can't get a first down on 3rd and 1 if they don't have it, and that's changing the game somehow? This is crazy talk. And they went off sides in the Chiefs game. They were. But not every other game for the last 2 years have they been off sides, and all of a sudden in that game everybody noticed they're always off sides, and it's been like that for 2 years. That's not the case at all.
Last one
like that.
Last one here for you. How do you feel, Mark, going into Chicago and into Soldier Field this weekend? It's going to be a 425 game. How do you feel about the Cowboys going in 1-1 against that 0-2 Chicago Bears team?
Well, they better get a win. I actually feel pretty good about that one. They better get a win. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we can't beat Chicago with that offense, if our defense can't get right now, our season's over.
What about you, Philly? Rams. Philly, I dubbed this game here. I called it the validation game. You're going to find out how good your defense is, and you're going to find out how your play caller is. Do you know Emmanuel Forbes is starting at corner against A.J. Brown?
Yes,
bro. I mean, how is that not an advantage to get the passing game going with Emmanuel Forbes? How do you feel about this game? It is in Philly at Lincoln Financial.
It's a huge game. I think this is a huge game with all sorts of playoff seeding implications. This is, it's huge. And look, the Rams look really good. They're playing really well right now. We've got to fix everything on offense. But here's what I think. I think these are the kind of games that Hurts and the Eagles always seem to get up for and be ready for. And people wonder how they're going to respond to this kind of game. And they go out and they play really well. If everything's clicking, I think the Eagles match up really well with the Rams. Rams can't stop the run. They're not great at stopping the run. So if we're running the ball the way we should be able to, we should be able to run on them. Stafford's been pressured or hit like 33% of the times he's dropped back for passes. So I think the defensive line has an advantage there. And, the question is those receivers. Those are really good receivers. And, that's a good team. But I think the Eagles will find a way to win.
If they don't get pressure on Matthew Stafford in this game, and you've got Puka Nacua, and you also have Devontae
Adams.
Adams,
Yeah.
and you got him out there, Stafford's going to find that opening, and he's going to find a Dory Jackson. Okay? He's going to find him, man. So, if you don't get pressure on Stafford and get him on his back.
I agree. And I think the pressure's got to come up the middle. I think up the middle is where you need Carter to have a good game. Jordan Davis got to continue to play well. But look, I like this defense, Sills. I like what I've seen.
Yeah.
Makuba has been an answer of prayers. He looks great. Jahad Campbell looks like he's playing well. You can fix this Dory Jackson thing, and I think this defense is ready to go. But yeah, it's a tough game.
I want to give you some love here, Philly. Jordan Davis right now is second in defensive tackles and tackles in the league right now, coming into this third game. So he's starting. I'll tell you what. Obviously, Carter missed the first game. I didn't think Jalen Carter played very well in that game against Kansas City.
He looks out.
And then you hear Vic saying he's not in shape.
Yeah.
So
Jordan. Yeah, Jordan's been good. He's been good. He's got to continue it though. But I like what I've seen.
Hey, Mark, on the way out, just make sure you tell Mozzie Smith I like a nice shine on my shoes, and I like him when he's done shining my shoes. Just make sure that you drop them off near my front door, and I appreciate it. Hey, come on, bro. By the way, I appreciate you playing hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I think you will beat the Bears this weekend. Bro, thank you so much.
Yeah, they're not winning.
Man. They're not winning?
I don't know. It's going to be a tough game for them, though. They should have lost the Giants. I said the Giants were going to win that game. I won a lot of money, though, because I took the 5.5 points. So Giants won some money.
You got the Bears this weekend?
Yeah.
Why does this guy always bet against you, Mark?
Because he's a hater.
I just don't think they're that good. I think they're overrated. And I think the Giants proved my point. And now you got the Bears who can't afford to go 0-3 with their new coach. To me,
Jack's playing well, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think he's playing well this year.
Six interceptions. I don't think he's been all that. I think he's been overrated. He's overrated. He stinks.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
Guys, I appreciate you. Make sure you check out my friend Mark Holmes. Look at him, man. Give us a good – let me see your post there. There it is. Look at him. He just hates everything right now. Hey, Philly, thank you, guys. I'll see you soon, man. Have a great football weekend.